On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Too far away from the subject is when you tell other people, listen, invest in your children. Investing is putting them in private school. I can't afford it, but you can afford those, $200 shoes.
Ow.
They putting their money in the wrong places. Invest in your children now. It's not about the name brand, whatever name brand clothes is now that everybody, all the kids want to wear. No, we're going to invest in your education now.
Yeah, Veronica, I understand exactly what you're saying, but you're saying, invest in the children. But as you can see, women don't even want to be that. They don't want to invest in their children. They don't even want to stay at home. They don't want to be at home. They don't want to sit there and do homework with their kids. They don't want to do that. They want to go build gas stations because I know they don't want to do that. But they want to go and do everything that a man do. They want to go be pilots. They want to go do all these things. They don't want to invest. That's why all these kids fucked up now.
And then that kid is going to open up more businesses, a car lot, a barbershop, whatever. And everyone in that community is only going to go to that barbershop, only going to buy cars from that person. And that's just how it goes. And this is something that I'm privy to because of my mom's side. And I've seen it and it works. And everyone eats. Everyone. There is not a poor person that's Jewish. And if you are, it's because you're not a part of your community. Black people, we don't do that. In the Black community, we don't do that.
She just hit it right on the nose. And a lot of times what you just hit it right on the nose. As I said, I'm always privy to, I didn't grow up underneath that environment, but being in the Nation of Islam, that's what we're taught. So, and I have the privilege I'm in both worlds, right? So what logic will call utopia or Wakanda, right? I'm like, it's really not, yes, it is Wakanda, but it's not like Black people don't have access to it. It's just that Black people don't want to do what's necessary. Our people as a whole don't want to do what's necessary in order for us to join Wakanda. So at the end of the day, I see us as Muslims, we support each other. We do everything together. We do everything together. We get bread together. Everything is, we do it together.
In jail, y'all take care of each other. My dad joined Nation of Islam when he went into prison.
Exactly. And the Muslims that was in the building, everything, even so much respect, the guards would give them whatever they had access to, whatever they wanted. Right. So because they're sticking together. So it's not really something that we can't obtain. It's just that we got to do the necessary thing to obtain it. Fall in. That's it. Just fall in and learn from those who already doing it, not people who think that they're doing it, or people with individual success, because we are part of a group or like-minded individuals. That's our groups. That's thousands and millions of us, and we are doing it already. You know what I mean?
So why is it so hard for the Black community to come together like the Jays, as you all say?
That's an easy answer.
Yeah, why? I know they like crabs in a bucket. Did they say they happy for you, but then they really not? They see you winning and they
systemic racism. It's systemic racism.
It's not.
Economic disadvantage.
Nothing to do with it. It's because the thing that we champion the most is the worst for us. And so when you're talking about leadership, what happens is we look at, or we glorify, think about it. Who are our real leaders? Like the people that we champion the most is athletes and entertainers, right? And so when you think about that, we don't have a standard, right? Because the standard is to work up to be an athlete or an entertainer. The standard should be to be X, but in order to really do that, you got to destroy in order to rebuild. Because we're trying to take everybody with us. And what you see from other communities is what happened. They say, yo, either you get on board or you're going to be an outlier, or you're going to be, you know what I'm saying, a black sheep. And then we're not going to have nothing to do with you. You can do what you want to do, but this is the standard, right? So you got to destroy what we think is the standard. And then you have to set a new one. But in order to do that, you got to champion something great. You got to have something to shoot for. You got to have better leaders. You got to have people that's willing to show the receipts instead of just showing up and saying, hey, I can give you the game on how to scam. We champion scammers. We champion dope dealers. We champion drug culture. We champion jail culture. We champion keeping it real, no snitching, You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you go to school and you being raised in school, think about it. Wrong is right and right is wrong. The smart kid gets teased.
Exactly.
The bad kid get championed. And I was privileged enough to be able to go to both public school and private school. And it rearranged my mindset, because when I went to private school, good was good and bad is bad. And so what happened was they set a different standard. And so the kid, the dumb kid or the bad kid or the class clown was laughed at so much, laughed at so much that he then wanted to get himself in line because he didn't want to look stupid in front of the smart kids. And so what we have to do is we have to change the narrative of what is good and what is bad, but we can't do that as long as we continue to champion the things that's the worst for us. You got to separate yourself from the bad so that you can, and some of them people need to die off. Some of these people that's the worst for us need to be divested from and die off. And then you got to set a new standard, and then the people that come after you are the ones that benefit as a result of it. It's not going to happen in our generation. We fucked. Like, it's over for us.
And I keep
the only thing that we can do is make the sacrifices for the people. I don't do it for us. I do it for the people. The only time I do it for us is I'm doing it for the people that have kids that can then pass on what it is that I'm doing it for. But us, we are what we are. We not gonna change. The people that want to be for the streets gonna be for the streets. The dudes that want to go out and have sex and kids out of wedlock, they're gonna fuck around and they're gonna fuck up the community. Like, people gonna be what they're gonna be. You gonna have to start setting a standard and a stage for the people that come after us, which is one of the reasons why I say my life purpose is to leave this earth in a better space had I not been here. It's for the people that come after us. Because if we don't do it for them, all we gonna continue to do is pass on generational curses and trauma.
And I do agree that, and it's you have to become, and in doing that, we have to be selfless in order for our generation, our children, my grandchildren, to reap the benefits of it. And that is investing in them now. A lot of times, and I hope I'm not really getting too far away from the subject, is when you tell other people, listen, invest in your children. Investing is putting them in private school. I can't afford it, but you can afford those, $200 shoes. Ow. They putting their money in the wrong places. Invest in your children now. It's not about the name brand, whatever name brand clothes is now that everybody, all the kids want to wear. No, we're going to invest in your education now. And
Veronica, I understand exactly what you're saying, but you're saying, invest in the children. But as you can see, women don't even want to be that. They don't want to invest in their children. They don't even want to stay at home. They don't want to be at home. They don't want to sit there and do homework with their kids. They don't want to do that. They want to go build gas stations, because I know they don't want to do that. But they want to go and do everything that a man do. They want to go be pilots. They want to go do all these things. They don't want to invest. That's why all these kids fucked up now.